Well, okay. Do you have any remote viewing data with regard to, of course, we had a horrid day on Wall Street yesterday, horrid. To where it goes from here, is there a brief revival? Does it then take a downturn, or can we look for some up days, or what's ahead? Do you know that?
No, the only thing that we've got some evidence about is possibly some military action in Eastern Europe that really has a first effect, another negative effect on the market. But these are just points along the line, and we go after the big picture.
I know.
We can look at any specific thing, as you know.
Now, you've said the president you have seen will not finish his term. You've been saying that for a long time.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, I've had some prophets on the show that have said that as well. Been kind of a chorus. Is there anything you can tell us about where it goes politically if this president does not finish his term?
No, I don't have any elaborating information along those lines.
Okay, good enough. Wildcard line, you're on the air with Ed Dames and Art Bell.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Mike L.A.
Hi, Mike.
Just a theory. You guys can comment on it. If you hold your hand over an iron, you get a specific type of heat. If you put your hand over a light bulb, you get a different heat, a stinging heat. They're completely separate. My theory is that the type of heat we're getting is from ultraviolet rays getting below the 10-mile limit that they usually go to, and all of this is coming from the thermosphere region, the F2 region, which is usually at 3,600 Fahrenheit. So I think that the ultraviolet is why we're getting this stinging type of heat rather than that iron type of dissipated heat. And you guys might want to check into that and have Hoagland check on my paper.
All right, thank you. It's interesting, Ed. We test products. I test products for Bob Crane, and I've got an ultraviolet meter, detector, whatever you want to call it. It gives you a UV reading. It's highly accurate. It's like a Geiger counter only for UV. And I'm starting to look now at the sun every day with it. Very, very interesting. I have nothing to say further on the subject at the moment, but I'm watching UV radiation levels personally because I don't trust anybody. But what he just said, anything to it?
I don't understand the dynamics and the physics behind what we're perceiving. We can look over the horizon at the effects, but it would take a solar physicist or a geophysicist to sit down with us, interrogate us as technical remote viewers, and then put the pieces together so that the expert could define what we're describing in a general way.
I understand.
That's what this is all about. We become experts at looking over the horizon and describing effects, but only if we're experts can we take those things and put them together in a technical sense.
Okay, that's an absolutely proper answer. Here's a fax, and I'm going to get to as many as I can. Art, regarding the government's default, would you please ask Ed what time frame this may occur in, and what events would precede the default? In other words, what events would we see to indicate that we're very close to that?
War.
War?
Yes.
At what kind of level? When you say war, you've told us, of course, about what will occur with Korea. Are you referring to that, or are you referring to a wider, bigger war?
I think both. It looks like possibly Korea and another front.
Another front.
Yes.
Can you give us any timeline on that? Timelines are the, again, folks.
No, actually, and we're not going to look anymore. We've had enough, and we are, we're going to back out. We've already identified actions that we in the company are going to take based upon this knowledge. And I have recommended to all the people who have learned remote viewing to use this to discern where their families and they as individuals should go and what to do, rather than trying to find the Lost Dutchman mine or something like that. The time is limited. So I'm not going to invest any more time in this. I think, we can see that what you've described as the quickening is now accelerating.
Yes.
These events are on us, and it's time to hunker down and start taking care of ourselves. And
You know, though, Ed, I want to be really sure that we're not precipitating these events.
what do you mean by we?
Well, I wrote the quickening, Ed.
Uh-huh.
That's what I saw coming.
I think you're giving yourself too much power, Art, if you say that. That's just my take on it.
Okay. Or that things you would say, or somebody who would say, scare the hell out of people about a crash that's coming, or even a default that's coming, precipitating panic, which of course is reflected rather immediately in the markets.
The crash is here. I mean, make no bones about it. This was only the event of 70 years ago was equal to what happened, in this last week. So, for all intents and purposes, this is very close to a crash.
Well, and I'll tell this audience one more time, you faxed me desperately on Thursday last, saying that you had to get on the air and warn people about a financial event or disaster that was immediately ahead. And of course, I was sick Thursday and Friday, so you didn't get on the air. It didn't get said. But I'm telling the audience, it's the truth. Now, you wanted to say then what you have said tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
East of the Rockies, you're on the air with Major Ed Dames and Art Bell. Hi.
Hi, my name's Todd. I'm calling from Minneapolis.
Hi, Todd.
Yeah, I just turned off my radio. I got a couple comments and then a question for Mr. Dame.
Sure. Ed Dames.
First, I've been listening to you since you first came on the air here in Twin Cities.
Been a long time now.
Yeah, it sure has. And to be honest, Art, I never bought into the conspiracy thing, but Mr. Dames there just filled it for us. We have a civilian government, and he basically told us that the NSA has kept stuff from our, duly elected representatives. And that really bugged the heck out of me. I had to get that off my chest.
Well, do you doubt it?
I have not doubted it. In fact, if I had evidence and whatever, I would pretty much say to senators, dismantle the NSA. I'm really that mad about it. To have them come on the air and then admit it before America. But now to my question. Mr. Dame, you said I think it was 2 sessions ago, that you use an incredible amount of vigor on this kill shot. And the same amount of vigor was used on the nuke in Korea.
That's
and
correct.
If the one did not come true, the second one, all bets were off.
That's correct.
Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, you're wrong about the kill shot.
The nuke,
it has not happened.
nuke comes first, Todd. The
Pardon?
nuke first. If the nuke doesn't happen, then I would then disregard the information on the kill shot.
That's what he said. I remember.
Okay.
We haven't seen a nuke yet.
We haven't seen the nuke yet, and the kill shot isn't here. And my final comment would be...
No, listen, caller.
Yes, sir.
I too keep track of this carefully, and the only thing that Ed was wrong about with regard to the sun, maybe, was the precursor event that was supposed to occur, he said, by late spring, and that would be followed at a further time by a kill shot. That's what he said.
Well, I appreciate the correction.
I mean, that really is accurate, to be fair.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I guess that's pretty much all I have to say.
All right, I appreciate the call. Thank you. Okay, Ed, we're at a cross point here. I have more time available, but if you feel like you've said all you want to say, we can stop it here, or we can do more and take more calls. It's up to you.
Well, do you want me to qualify a little bit what I said about our chiefs our commanders and chiefs and what they know and what they're not told?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely I do. So hang in there, hold it right there, and we'll come back to you. Do I believe that President Clinton was not told everything when he came into office? Oh, you're damn right I believe that. Do I have a hard time believing that? No, not at all. The military-industrial establishment absolutely regarded President Clinton as a passing phase and not a friend. So do I believe they wouldn't tell him everything? Sure, I believe it. Is that a stretch? Not much of one. I'm Art Bell, and this is Coast to Coast AM.